What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns getting trolled by a frogger again. This has happened several times when I try to do trash talk with Janine. I'll call up the Savage, drive down to the helipad, and just as I get in the Savage, out of nowhere, a frogger will try and land on top of me. Unbelievable. I'm trying to do Q&A 9.0. All right, Janine, scare him off. Do something. I don't know. Don't blow him up, because I've done that before. And the end result is the Savage also gets blown to bitch, which sucks, by the way. So I think we're just going to scare the pilot, maybe fire a couple warning shots, and he'll wander off like a rabbit or something. I don't care where he goes. Just go away. Get away from my Savage. Yeah, thanks. Bye. All right, so welcome to Q&A 9.0, the monthly series where I answer your questions. That's right, you submit questions to me via YouTube comments, Twitter, let's see, Facebook, let's see, also Xbox Live, our PlayStation Network. And I answer your questions to the best of my abilities based on several topics. Grand Theft Auto, obviously. Let's see, gaming in general, advice, personal questions. You get the idea. So without further ado, let's get started with Q&A 9.0. The first question comes from Blood Talks over in the Netherlands. He asks, when do you think we can expect the next DLC? What content theme would you hope it will be? He's hoping for a supercar and a fourth garage. And he wants to know what's the deal with airline food. Well, John, thanks for the question as always. Now, regarding airline food, on the rare occasion that I take a commercial flight, I usually just err on the side of caution and avoid airline food altogether. If I need something to eat while I'm in an airport, I just grab a snack out of a vending machine, maybe some chips, peanuts, or a candy bar. My favorite thing about the airports here in the States is we get fondled by the TSA. Anyways, regarding your question, when do I think we can expect the next DLC? I don't think it's going to be this month, obviously, because yesterday PC finally got Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. So Rockstar, I think, is going to be busy for the next few days, weeks, working on updates, trying to tweak it and get it just right. And there's still obviously issues with current and last gen's Grand Theft Auto Online servers that Rockstar needs to address and fix as soon as possible, hopefully. Alright, so regarding the next update, when can we expect it? Now, to be honest, we don't know of Rockstar unless they let us know, or they surprise us one Tuesday or Thursday with a new DLC. Now, what would I like to see in the next DLC, which would time out perfectly in late May or early June, because late May we have Memorial Day, then of course early June it's D-Day, a perfect time for, as I've mentioned in I think Top 5 Ideas 10.0, a military appreciation DLC. I think that would be awesome. And if you want to know more about my thoughts regarding a military appreciation DLC, check out Top 5 Ideas 10.0 up on my channel. Thanks, Blood Talks, for submitting your question via Facebook. Moving on to Delinquent. His question comes via YouTube. What number subscriber was I? I want to believe that I was the 23rd subscriber. Well, Delinquent, I have bad news for you. I went back and I looked over the list of subscribers. Now, it's not numbered unless you go and actually physically count. And now that I have, 500 plus subscribers, it takes a while. And I sometimes mess up and I have to start back over. It's like 1, 2, 4, shit! I gotta start over. Anyways, the short answer to your question is no, you were not the 23rd subscriber, but I appreciate each and every one of my subscribers, my old ones and my new ones and my future subscribers and viewers. Thank you all so much for your support, for watching my videos, for leaving comments, for liking and sharing my videos. Your ongoing support and encouragement keeps me going, and I really do enjoy playing with you guys when I get the chance, and of course getting to know a few of you, including Delinquent. Thanks for the question. All right, so the next question comes from Adam, the artist formerly known as Aced Gamers. What new things does PC have to offer that's very different from current and last gen consoles? Thanks for the question, Adam. Hope things are going well for you over in the UK. Now, I currently do not have Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online on PC because I need to get a much better video card. And as some of you know, video cards are kind of expensive. But regarding PC, some of the things that are very enticing from my point of view, from my perspective, is the Rockstar editor and director mode. I could just imagine the kind of content I could create with that bad boy. I could make some really sweet videos, and I have some ideas, especially revolving Jimmy, because I don't like Jimmy at all, and I'd like to see some bad things happen to him. So I may end up creating a Jimmy mini-series if I ever manage to get a new video card to upgrade my PC, and then of course purchase Grand Theft Auto 5 and online for PC. And hopefully by then Rockstar will have it a little bit smoother than it is right now, because over the past few days, from what I've seen and read via comment sections, it's been kind of a bumpy start, but I still think a much better launch than Grand Theft Auto 4 was on PC. That was basically a disaster. Thanks for the question, Adam. And moving on to our next question, coming from Nerface Thor off of the PlayStation 4. He messaged me via Facebook. Can you teach me how to do videos? Thanks for submitting the question, Nerface Thor. Even though I know you technically probably didn't intend it to be for Q&A 9.0, I'm including it anyway, even though I did leave you a response via the Facebook messaging system. All right, so the reason why I am including this question in Q&A 9.0 is because I've gotten this question asked to me numerous times, and every time someone asks me, I try my best to help people out. Now, obviously, I can't start a class and have a session, a semester, where you guys come in at 9 o'clock in the morning and we sit there for 45 minutes to an hour every day, 5 days a week, to have a video class with each of you paying me $500 a session. Hey, but that's a good idea. Anyways, but I will give you some of my thoughts, my suggestions, my tips to get you started hopefully in the right way. Firstly, I did not start off as an awesome video editor, and I'm still not. I still got a long ways to go. I got a lot more to learn before I consider myself up there with some of the best out there. But I like to look at how far I've come, and I'm a lot better than when I started out in 2009 with my other YouTube channel. And part of the reason why it took me a long time to get better at making videos is because at the time I had one of my friends helping me with the videos. So when I have somebody helping me do something, a lot of times I will stay out of their way and let them do it if they're better than me. But one thing I came to realize is that that didn't exactly help me any, because I wasn't even trying to learn how to use Sony Vegas, which I bought years ago and never bothered to use until the past year. And since I started using Vegas, getting into it, learning it myself, and with some help from my friend, and of course YouTube, because there's plenty of videos out there on YouTube from other creators giving you tips how to use Vegas, how to use other editing software, and that's where I think you should begin. You know, just open it up and look at the help guide and just start with something simple. And if you have any like roadblocks, any stumps that come up along the way, just type it into Google, type it into YouTube, and chances are a video will come up telling you how to do this or do that, whether it's video editing, audio editing, or Photoshop, for example. The best way to get better is to go out and learn on your own. If you're curious about something, if you crave more knowledge and experience, you're going to do a much better job at learning a trade, a skill, like audio and video editing, like history, for example. That was one of the classes I was actually good at in college because I actually have a thing for history and political science, unlike algebra. In other words, if you have the passion, the desire to create content like myself and so many others do, then carpe diem, seize the day. If you have Windows Live Movie Maker on your computer like I do, which was free, it's a very easy video editor to use. Find yourself a cheap or free audio editing software, a cheap USB microphone. Start cheap. Then eventually, if you get better, if you grow your audience, and if you are able to put aside a few bucks to buy nicer equipment, nicer computers, sound cards, video cards, etc., then eventually upgrade your software and your hardware. But you might want to seriously consider getting a game capture, unless you have the PlayStation 4, because that can record up to 15 minutes of gameplay. And as long as you have a USB drive like I do, that's all I do for the PS4. I'll just record up to 15 minutes or less for like racing badly, for example, or a clip I need for a video, and then I'll just put it on the USB drive. I'll put it into my computer, and that's how I do it for the PlayStation 4. With the Xbox One, it's a little bit different because it only has up to 5 minutes of capture, so I use my Elgato game capture, and I've had 2 of them so far, and I swear by them. I like the Elgato game capture. There's several others out there like Roxio, and some do cost more than others. So it's definitely going to take an investment of time, interest, effort, energy, blood, sweat, tears, and yes, perhaps even a few bucks if you really are passionate about making videos and content and creating your own YouTube gaming channel. Thanks for the question, Nerdface Thor. I wish you the best of luck in improving your videos. And like I said, YouTube is the best place to start when it comes to finding tips and tricks and skills that YouTubers far more skilled and talented than myself have put out there freely for you to go and watch. All you have to do is invest some time into it, sit down in front of your computer, type it up in Google and YouTube, and then just go from there. And our final question comes via Harvey. He wants to know, what's your thoughts concerning the latest leaker that turned out to be a scammer? Thanks for your question, Harvey. And regarding leakers, I trust them as far as I can throw them. Now, sometimes they put out legitimate information. Then you got to wonder, why are they putting out this information? Is it because they're working an angle that they plan on using down the road, like Neil X Mods or others? My advice is to be wary of any leaker or YouTuber that starts to put up a website and offers you services, quote unquote, for money via PayPal, Bitcoin, etc. The same thing goes for spam emails and telemarketers. And that concludes the 9th installment of my Q&A series. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much to everybody that submitted a question. Blood Talks to Linkwin, Adam, Nerdface Thor, and Harvey. FYI, I will be doing Q&A 10.0 in about a month from now, so you have a few weeks to think about a question for a future installment. And whenever I say Q&A 10.0 is coming, I will usually notify you via a video or several videos, or by the Facebook page or Twitter, but I'll give you a few days before Q&A 10.0 in order to submit your question via Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Xbox, PlayStation, smoke signals. No, I was just kidding about that last one.